guys, it's Syama here, CEO of Scaling Retail, and this week we're talking about Retail 101, how to merchandise your store. Now, oftentimes store owners are used to changing up their floor maybe a couple times a year because they're used to getting new product, but when it comes to actually thinking about the best ways to do retail merchandising, a lot of it is in the details, right? You're not just doing it anytime you get new product, you need to be doing it more on an editorialized basis. So when we start to think about what retail merchandising looks like for your store, let's break down a couple of the key different areas. Number one, things like branded hangers, very important, right? When you go into a retail store environment and you see things are on plastic hangers or they're on wooden hangers, which is an elevated step, if they're not branded, right, you're kind of taking away an opportunity for your customer to be connected and understand your brand a little bit more, maybe have a better connection to the logo, whatever that might be. The next thing is kind of reassessing what your POS area looks like. Now that we have mobile POS and we have so many different opportunities to be able to sell while people are walking along the sales floor, really ask yourself, what does my checkout or POS section actually look like, right? Do I need to have an area that's for the cash wrap? Do I need to have, an area for that iPad? Or can I actually have my people walking around or having something in their pocket in order to bring up purchases and really leaving that POS area to do some sort of cash wrap or gifting, right, when you do gift wrap during the holiday season. Now, the next thing that I find is so important is as we start to take a look at things like the fitting room. The fitting room is one of those areas that's oftentimes way overlooked. Companies like Reformation have done an amazing job of creating fitting room experiences so you actually have an opportunity to walk in and it looks like a closet was curated for you. And even companies like Aerie have done an amazing job with the fitting room experience where customers who go in to try in their lingerie don't just see the mirror in front of them. In fact, they draw back the curtains in order to see themselves, almost mimicking kind of an unveiling and also giving the customer an opportunity to feel how that product fits on their skin and to see how it feels emotionally before seeing what it looks like in the mirror. Strategies like that are extremely important as we also take a look at things like lighting and the different ways in which you can start to curate and have your customer service team pay a lot better attention to those people who are in those fitting rooms. Now, one of the most important things that I think people have been trying to do, and only few have been able to do successfully, is creating very Instagram-heavy, sticky retail environments. And when we think about things like Instagram-heavy environments, I mean things that are really ready for someone to take a snapshot of themselves to put up on Instagram stories. Companies like Glossier have done an amazing job of adding branded stickers and little kinds of details around their storefront, and therefore have really had a really big social impact. Not only because people are interested in saying, hey, I'm at this store, but the messaging and the key verbiage on those different placards make it feel like, hey, I'm taking a stand for myself, right? So as we look at different opportunities to kind of make your business more Instagram worthy, think about the mirrors in your space. Think about the signage that you have on a seasonal basis. Make sure that you're making things movement, that it's changing. Again, not just when new collections come out, but also that you're taking a stand for visual redirections. Lastly, guys, super important here, it's furniture. Right? Sometimes when we're opening up or we're merchandising a store, we spend so much money and time on the product that we have in the store that we actually forget that we need to be able to have the right kind of merchandising and staging in the store. Now, with the advent of all of these different resale channels like The RealReal or First Dibs or any one of these other resale marketplaces, you now have the ability to buy furniture and products for your store and also resell them. So take the time to invest in your staging, your props, and your merchandising in order to really be able to create that kind of in-home shopping environment. Companies like The Line and Apartment by The Line, they've done such an amazing job of curating that at-home atelier experience where you feel like you're shopping in your apartment. Certainly that mode has to be in alignment with your brand ethics and brand values, but it's not that difficult anymore to be able to invest in that business in that way. All right, guys, if you want to get a little bit more of a deep dive on how to do visual merchandising, make sure you check out our article on visual merchandising tips for your brick-and-mortar store to find out the latest in these strategies. Certainly these are evolving over time, and it becomes really important to keep your finger on the pulse, just as you would if you were an interior designer. So even if you have a brick-and-mortar store, make sure you're taking a look at the upshifts and the ways to change that on a pretty regular basis. And lastly, if you're looking for a way in order to time out your calendar and you're looking for an opportunity to be able to really set a cadence to that, make sure you download the National Retail Federation's 454 calendar. That calendar is one of my most favorites. It'll help you with your merchandising planning as well as your planning when it comes to timing things out in store for retail. All right, guys, that's all for me. Leave comments below. Head over to Instagram at Scaling Retail and send us an email at hello@scalingretail.com. We've launched businesses all over the world, brick and mortar, as well as to e-com. So we are perfect partners if you are looking to launch, grow, or scale your business. Talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.